Namo Shakyamuni Buddha. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha. Good morning, everyone. Probably this will be the last video, to make for the talk, because according to our plan, from September, we're going to meet at the temple. So every one of us, we can gather in Guanyin Hall. And when I talk, I can go to the hall in person, directly talk to you. So for our program, I don't have to pre-record this video for the program in the future. Today, I still wanted to use this book to introduce some teachings of a Buddha. And I select one paragraph from a sutra. In this paragraph, basically Buddha taught us how to maintain inner peace in everyday life, or how to keep our calmness in everyday life. You know, living in this world is not that easy. I think every one of us, we all hope we can be peaceful, every day. Be peaceful in our life, But somehow this changing world actually produces different kind of a phenomenon. Some phenomena we feel we love it, we like it. Maybe it's okay. We can maintain our calmness. But sometimes some phenomena we feel unsatisfied. We don't enjoy it. We don't like it. Then we will be disturbed by those phenomena. So once Buddha said that living in this changing world, it's important not to be disturbed by this world. And how are you going to do this? Yes, this is changing world. Are we going to follow all kinds of changes? And sometimes, we may be happy, sometimes we maybe not. Actually, it's a very difficult for every one of us to maintain inner peace all the time, to keep our calmness all the time. So that's why we wanted to learn. We wanted to meditate. We wanted to contemplate on the Dharma so we can improve ourselves. Because this is the goal. We hope we can keep inner peace all times. It doesn't matter, the outside world is going to be changed. Let me read this paragraph first. This is from Sutta Nipata. Sutta Nipata, the title of this sutra. And from page 35 to 36. A questioner asked the Buddha, I would like to know about the state of peace, the state of solitude, and of quiet, detachment. How does a person become calm, independent, and not wanting to grasp at anything? A person does this, replied the Buddha, by eradicating the delusion of I am, by being alert and attentive. He begins to let go of cravings as they arise. But whatever he begins to accomplish, he should beware of inner pride. He must avoid thinking of himself as better than another, or worse, or equal, for that is all comparison and emphasizes the self. The person should look for peace within and not depend on it in any other place. For when a person is quiet within, the self cannot be found. There are no waves in the depth of the ocean. It is still and unbroken. It is the same with the peaceful person. He is still, without any longing to grasp. He has let go the foundations of self and no longer builds up pride and desire. Sutta Nipata. After reading this part of the sutra, of Sutta Nipata, I think we can learn a few concepts from the Buddha. If we wanted to maintain inner peace and calmness all times, I think the first we learn today is we have to eradicate the concept of I am. If we can eradicate this kind of a concept, basically we can in peace all times, because you don't want to compare yourself with others. You don't want to show off your pride, even not thinking you are better than anyone, in the reality. So the first teaching Buddha taught us is eradicate the concept of I am. I or I am. I think personally I do feel it's very useful, very beneficial by practicing this kind of understanding. We try to avoid to use I am. Then we are not going to create any more problems in reality. For example, in the past many years, I always watch myself when I present in a talk, when I say something to the public or to members. Instead of use I am, I wanted to remind myself, let me use we. Now, that will change my attitude. That will improve my talk. That will better my communication with others. I don't want to show off myself. Basically, I wanted to think everyone and myself are equal, the same. We are in this group and we support each other. I'm not above anyone. I think this contemplation is very useful. Yeah. And but at the same time, we have to cultivate our own alert and attentiveness, alert, and concentration, attentive. Because this world is changing. If you don't have the awareness of the changing phenomenon, you even cannot observe yourself, how you feel, how you want to react. How can we improve ourselves? So be alert and attentive. That is the teaching that we learn from this paragraph. A few days ago, because I wanted to pick up a parcel or a package from post office, I went to the post office myself. And the counter told me that, okay, go to the hall. There's a window and also there's a bell. You can ring the bell. When you ring the bell, somebody will help you. So I went out and found the window, rang the bell. I continued to wait, for somebody to open the window, but nobody opened the window for a few minutes, for maybe five minutes. Then a young man came to the same place, standing behind me, and waiting for the window to be opened, but nobody opened. And then another young lady came to the same place. So 3 of us standing in front of the small window. After we wait for more than 10 minutes, even about 15 minutes, the young man behind me went up, rang the bell again. Nobody opened the window. Then another young lady waited for another maybe 3 minutes or 5 minutes. Pushed the button, rang the bell, and knocked on the window. Dong. And 3 of us, standing outside of the window. And after a few minutes, finally, a lady opened the window, but she was so mad at us. And the face was not beautiful. So mad, so angry, and talking loudly to us. Unfortunately, I was the first one. Probably she thought I was the one who rang the bell 3 times, knocked on the window. But actually, 3 of us, did this. But somehow I breathe in and breathe out right away. Be calm, be calm. And I have to face this reality. Someone is not happy. Someone is mad, maybe at us or on me. So I said, I need to pick up a package. Okay. She went in and came out, still looking, seriously, no smiling. And okay, so I got it. When I back home, actually I was a little disturbed by this experience, because in my daily life, most people around me, they respect me. They are very polite to me. Suddenly I face one angry face, and without any preparation on that morning, then I was a little uncomfortable. But I told myself, be calm and accept this reality. Continue to maintain my inner peace. Even I wanted to cultivate my kindness toward this lady. Maybe she's working too hard. Maybe she's not, wanted to hear all those bell sounds that morning. Maybe something happened, is going on in the family. She's not happy. So I don't want to continue to develop any negative feelings about this incident, because that's it. And I wish she's going to be fine, in the afternoon. And so sometimes even something like this is kind of minor. But as a monk, for me, it's a real experience in daily life. And it's an opportunity for me to practice, and contemplation at the moment, and in order to maintain my inner peace or my calmness. So let's cultivate our alert and attentive, in everyday life. And after we have this kind of awareness, and also we wanted to understand what we are having in mind always, disturb our mind. Those are cravings in mind. And sometimes we wanted to know what is the most, serious attachment that we are facing. And how are we going to deal with this kind of attachment, the craving? Okay. For example, about 10 days ago, I hurt myself, and it was not comfortable around this area, even disturbed my sleep. So I took Motrin medication for a few days. After I took Motrin for 2 days, then I said I should get well. This kind of a pain should not be continue. But somehow the pain still continue. After I observed my pain, my body, suddenly I was noticing that I'm getting old. Today I cannot ask my body to get well soon like before. So I abandoned this kind of craving, hoping my pain will go away right now or next day. So I just eradicate this kind of attachment, this kind of hope that it's not necessary for me to thinking in this way. Just let it go, let it cure naturally. Let the body get well, by itself, a little by little. Fortunately, after 2 weeks, now I'm fine. But it's important for us to be aware how to deal with this kind of body changes, this kind of a pain around your body. And also, every one of us, we should be careful. When we talk to people, we always hope, everybody will follow my way. Everybody will listen to me. I feel we should not have this kind of thinking. We can do our best to explain, to persuade, wish people to understand what we are thinking. But we don't want to ask everyone to follow my way. Yeah, because it's impossible. Yeah. And also, no comparison with others in everyday life. We wanted to do our best. Whatever we can do, we wanted to do our best. But don't always compare yourself with others. Yeah. If you wanted to compare, okay, you compare with others, qualities. Maybe someone who's doing something wonderfully, and he can understand the Dharma correctly. He meditates well. He has a great kindness to people. Sometimes we can compare those with others, so we can learn from those people. But we don't want to compare the wealth, fame, or outlook, or what kind of house we live. We compare with others. No, those are unnecessary comparison. Yeah, you're just doing something you can do. That's it. Even as a monk, a few decades ago, right after I settled down in Houston, some members told me that, okay, Venerable Hangyi, why don't you compare, Texas Buddhist Association with Fo-Guang-Shan in Taiwan? You can build a big, temple, big monastery. I said, I don't want to compare myself with Venerable Xing Yun or Fo-Guang-Shan. Something I cannot do, I cannot learn, and I don't want to use this kind of thinking to do what we can do in Houston. Yeah, we do what we can do. We do our best. That's it. No comparison. Even we succeed, we don't want to increase our pride or arrogance, and that is not good. Yeah, we accomplish something. When we accomplish this goal, you produce, our arrogance. Then we definitely is going to enlarge our ego. That is not good for us, for anyone. Also, Buddha said the real peace, the real calmness is not dependent on any conditions. No, depending on places. Oh, I wanted to go to certain place in order to find peace. In certain level, probably, we don't want to find a peaceful place in order to practice meditation or to learn something to improve us. But real peace is not going to depend on those conditions. We should maintain our inner peace. It doesn't matter where we live. That is the best. In the end, I do want to use a few minutes to introduce something I learned from Vijnana. I mentioned this before, that the monastic precepts or monastic codes. And I discovered that once a disciple, a monk, asked Buddha, when we join Sangha, join a group, during the rainy season retreat, what should we do? What should we learn or we should be aware of in order to live with everyone in harmony? Buddha said there are 5 ways. 1, be humble. Be humble. You don't want to show off yourself in a group. Be humble. You don't want to above anyone. Be humble. You think I'm equal with everyone, and you don't want to show off yourself. In Chinese, that is 下意, be humble. The second attitude is be kind to everyone. Be kind. Actually, kindness in Chinese definition means you want to share happiness with people. You want to share happiness. I always ask people, if you are not a happy person, how are you going to share happiness? So be happy. Be a happy person. So you can be kind to others. Like the lady I mentioned, if she's not happy, how can she smile to anyone? Okay. The third way is be respectful. Respect others. Actually, in my understanding, when we say respect others, that means we wanted to pay respect to elders or teachers. At the same time, every time when we feel I wanted to respect someone, even he's younger than me, okay, even I just met him today, he's not my a person I know for a long time. I have something to learn from him. So I want to show respect. So in this way, we can understand why we wanted to have respectful manner in everyday life in the group with other people. Because we wanted to learn something from another party. The fourth way is knowing where you should be seated. Find your seat, okay? Don't sit on the wrong seat. I think in Buddhism, actually in Vijnana, Buddha taught us that it's very simple, very easy to know. Okay, if I know a monk who ordained before me, and I ordained later than him, I should sit behind him. That's it. Who ordained first, who sit first. Okay. Who ordained later, then sit behind. That's very simple. Of course, sometimes where we should sit, it depends on what kind of position you are in the monastery. If I'm an abbot, there's a seat for abbot. Okay, I should sit there. If you are not abbot, you should not sit over there. It's simple. Finally, don't talk anything is not necessary to talk or to discuss. Gossip. Something is not we should not discuss. Something is not related with our practice, or don't say anything and to judge anyone without proper understanding. Okay, so don't say, don't talk if it's not necessary or it's not clear enough. Okay, these are 5 ways that Buddha taught us in Vienna. I think I talked too long, so let me stop over here. Okay, thank you. Namo Buddha, Namo Dhamma, Namo Sangha. Namo Buddha, Namo Dhamma, Namo Sangha. Namo Buddha, Namo Dhamma, Namo Sangha.